Here's a more detailed and polished version of the article. Tension in Tar Heel country. Bill Belichick's transition to college coaching off to a rocky start. The Bill Belichick era at the University of North Carolina is already raising eyebrows, and not necessarily for the right reasons. Once revered as one of the greatest minds in NFL history, the former New England Patriots head coach has taken on a new challenge in Chapel Hill, leading a college football program for the first time. However, early reports suggest that the transition hasn't been smooth for Belichick, or for those working around him. According to longtime Boston sports reporter Tom Curran, Belichick's no-nonsense, often cold style hasn't exactly won over the UNC football staff or support personnel. From what I've heard, and keep in mind this was a month or two ago, they're not loving the Bill Belichick experience if you're an everyday employee down there, Curran said Thursday during an appearance on WEEI's Afternoons show. This is probably similar to how people in New England felt back in 2000 when Belichick first arrived and said, "I don't know if I like this, it's uncomfortable." Curran's insight echoes a recent article from The Athletic's Stuart Mandel, which offered an early evaluation of Belichick's tenure with the Tar Heels. One of the most pointed critiques? A persistent lack of media accessibility. Belichick and his assistants have largely avoided interviews, instead sticking to internal content. A stark contrast from the more open, media-friendly culture typical of many college programs. Then there's Belichick's approach to program culture. UNC recently hosted a public spring practice dubbed, "Practice Like a Pro," underscoring Belichick's NFL-style philosophy. In fact, the program is reportedly branding itself as the 33rd NFL team, according to former NFL executive and current UNC general manager Michael Lombardi. Visits from ex-Patriots stars like David Andrews and Rob Ninkovich have reinforced that pro-style identity. However, fans and observers were left puzzled when players took the field without jersey numbers, a Belichick trademark that adds an extra layer of mystery, and possibly frustration, for spectators. Still, early recruiting returns have been positive. North Carolina currently boasts the number 12 ranked recruiting class for 2026, according to 247 Sports. But as Curran noted, it's still early in the cycle, and many programs haven't finalized their classes yet. One particularly unusual wrinkle in this evolving story is the presence, and influence, of Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. According to The Athletic, Hudson has been involved in football-related communication, including a February 13 email to UNC officials raising concerns about negative online commentary aimed at Belichick. In the email, Hudson asked whether the university monitors its football page for slanderous commentary, and whether they delete or block users posting harassment. Hudson has also reportedly been copied on internal emails, including those related to Belichick's son, Steve Belichick, who now serves as the team's defensive coordinator. Belichick's debut as a college head coach comes with enormous curiosity and scrutiny. Known for his championship pedigree and disciplined systems, he now faces a very different world, one with nil deals, booster politics, and teenage recruits. The UNC faithful, and the college football world, will be watching closely when the Tar Heels kick off their season against TCU on September 1. Want me to rework this in a more dramatic, humorous, or opinionated tone?